atmosphere here in Lincoln, 8,200 plus, and another sellout, including the standing room only at the top of the arena. Kelly Hunter will start it off for Nebraska with the serve. Swinson will run the slide right away, and Nebraska's block is there. Foecke shuts it down. I'll run it again to tap. Dug in the back row by Albright. Point for the Gophers. Nebraska called for the back row attack. Hunter pushes outside to Rolfson, who goes line and got the kill. Here's Mikaela Foecke, the sophomore out of West Point, Iowa. Always a tough server. The quick to Wilhite, can't get it down. Nebraska keeps it alive. Free ball heading back for the Gophers. And there's that middle attack, and a Lohman.
Yeah, when you send a free ball over to the other side, you are going to be in system. You can see how the middle attacker there, Lohman, is up and ready. She's against one blocker, lots of angles to hit the ball at. She hits it beautifully.
Middles for the Gophers hitting at a high clip this year. Lohman's right around 360. Hannah Tap at 364. And an ace. Right back to her again. Rolfson tried it across, blocked back. They'll go right back to Amber. Other side, the attack by the freshman. Didn't quite get on top of it. Alexis Hart is wide. Here's Justine Wong-Orantes. The top liberos in the conference. And good save by Wong-Orantes. Nebraska runs the quick middle and found the kill by Amber Rolfson. Slide the block by Amber. And Rolfson again, back-to-back by Amber Rolfson. Second one finds the floor.
Well, what's impressive about her blocking ability is even if she's not quite there with her feet, she doesn't give up on the play. She gets up and seals an area of the court. It's a big point and a momentum changer for Nebraska.
5-3 here early on in Lincoln. Out of the back row, the swing by Wilhite, and Wilhite effective from all over the floor. They'll feed her out of that, beyond that 10-foot line frequently. Rolfson again with the kill. Outside Hart, wow, what an athletic swing by the freshman from Minnesota, Alexis Hart. Big Ten Freshman of the Week 3 times this year is Alexis Hart. Hugh McCutcheon says not only is she extremely athletic, but takes to coaching so quickly and has really adapted fast within the confines of what they're trying to do offensively. Tip try there, not there for tap. Down the line, right on the line for Mikaela Foecke. A swing and a kill. Once again, Amber Rolfson, she is now 4 for 4, and Amber with 20 kills already this weekend.
Yeah, and 6 kills, 0 errors for Nebraska. They are hitting incredibly. They're in system and doing what they want offensively.
Another tough serve, pulls Silliger-Swinson off the net. Hunter pushes outside. Foecke rolls it between the block. Good pace shot by Mikaela Foecke. And the service error. Here's Sydney Townsend to serve for Nebraska. On the quick, just rolled over there by Paige Tapp. Tried deep corner, and that one is long. So here's Paige Tapp to serve. Paige, of course, the twin sister of Hannah Tapp, both out of Stewartville, Minnesota, Stewartville High School. Been staples in this program for 4 years for Hugh McCutcheon. Blocked by Nebraska. Bree Holman along with Kelly Hunter there. Now line, good swing. Foecke tries it. Tack had a hand on it in the back row, and Foecke gets the kill. Here Nebraska out of system again, and there you go. Pushed to the deep corner by Holman and gets the point. Good pass, Nebraska can run the quick. And Holman puts it down. Nebraska's middles this weekend have been on point. Hugh McCutcheon's timeout, able to slow that Husker roll. Foecke with the swing. Seliger Swinson with a nice dig. It'll be free balled over for Nebraska. They'll run the quick. Holman, swing wide. Holman again, got hand on it. Holman will take it on the first touch. Wilhite finds the angle. Nice swing by Sarah Wilhite. Goes to Foecke. Great up by libero in the back row. Rosado, Daliana-Lise Rosado. And that roll continues. A 4-0 run here for the Gophers. Good service run here by Seliger Swinson. Nice kill on the left side. Rolfson with the angle. Tough serve by Foecke. Right back to the outside to Wilhite. Nice coverage there by Gaynor. Tip try. Rolfson got it down. That's Katie with another kill. Great pass there from Wilhite in system and terminated by Molly Lohman, her second kill. First kill by Andy Malloy, the transfer from Baylor. Malloy started out in the Big 12 at Iowa State, spent a year there, then transferred to Baylor. And then Malloy, after graduating from Baylor, as a graduate student now, 1 year to play, transferred to Nebraska. What an addition both she and Brianna Holman have been as transfers into this Nebraska program. Chased down by Hart. Nice job to keep it alive. Set back and a tip try again, and once again, Katie Rolfson with the tip kill. Rolfson twins right now, 8 kills, no errors, 12 swings.
Yeah, they're doing such a great job. And take a look, again, look at the defense. It's a perimeter defense, so that area right over top of the block is really susceptible. And it's either going to be that drop-off blocker on the right side or the left back player. It's their responsibility to get the ball. Good
block there by Rolfson, and Hart with the tip. And Hart goes just over the block and lands it in the open area. Nebraska hitting .429 here in set number 1. The Illini hitting under 200. Great up there by Daliana-Lise Rosado. And led to the point. And the block. Seliger Swinson comes up big with the block. First block of the match there for the Gophers on the slide. Good tip by Hart. Nebraska into the net. Point for the Gophers, and they're within 1. Nebraska misconnects. Gophers have tied it at 18. There's Katie Shaw with the serve. In system. Foecke off the block. Check that, that's Malloy, Andy Malloy with her second kill.
Well, the tempo set to the pin is pretty low and fast, and it catches Minnesota's block reaching to the pin. And they desperately needed that point. Andy Malloy delivering for her team.
Albright into serve for Nebraska. And a quick serve as a nice side out by the Gophers in system. Townsend serve just over the net. Seliger-Swinson pushes it outside. Wilhite will bump it across. Good pancake up. Off the block, and wow, what a defensive save led to the point. Great job to keep that alive. Quick reaction by Paige Tapp. The slide, Holman wide. No touch. Timely dump by Kelly Hunter.
You know, she has been quiet for this first set, not attacking very much. We saw her attack one deep that went long. But this time she gets a feel for where the block is. Little space between her. You can see Minnesota's block not jumping with her, jumping after. You don't want to do that. You want to go up with the setter when she is attacking the ball.
Seliger-Swinson tried to return the favor. Block back, and a good block by Wilhite. Rolfson goes down the line. Seliger-Swinson is there. Bump set back to Wilhite. Good up by Wong Orantes. The tip drive. Set back over by Tapp. Then off the top of the block of Tapp, and Rosada pulls that out of the net. Right into the middle of the roll. And the Gophers take the lead for the first time here in set number one. First kill for one of the Tapp sisters.
John Cook off the bench, talking to his players. On defense, you want parallel lines. You want two people going for the ball. You don't want to turn and look to see if somebody else is playing the ball. Just go for it.
Gophers did have the lead at 3-2, so second lead here for Minnesota. Big kill by Nebraska, back to even at 23. Both of these teams last year in the Final Four. Hugh McCutcheon, of course, was named the AVCA Coach of the Year last year, leading these Gophers to that Final Four. Big swing from the left side. They go to their star, Wilhite. Wilhite now to serve for set number one. Hart with the aggressive swing. Point Nebraska, even at 24.
We talk about out-of-system swings. You saw it right there. A poor second contact traps the outside hitter. When you're in that situation, you have to do something positive with the ball. Off the hands, tip, roll shot, but not into the belly of the block.
Good up, Wong Orantes. Bump set outside. Swing well long by Malloy. Valiana leaves Rosado now to serve. Line wide, point Minnesota, set Minnesota. Golden Gophers snap Nebraska's 11-set winning streak versus top 5 opponents.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Gophers 16-3 on the year, 8-1 in the conference. Overpass and down.
Well, we often point out when the serve receive, the DS doesn't do a good job. Kenzie Malloy putting up a perfect pass right there. Look at her platform angled to the target. And then a nice heads-up play there by Rolfson to win the point.
On the slide, high hands found him. Albright with a tough serve. Good job to stay in system there. Nice save by Wong Orantes. But the kill goes to the Gophers. 18-13. Gophers Remember, down by 6 in the first as well and came back to win that one. That goes off the block and out. Wilhite wins it that time. First team All-American in high school. And again, Wilhite. Foecke goes down the line. Good dig by Shaw. Back row, Albright right at Shaw again. Another good up. 3-ball over. Nice coverage on the dump. Tip is down. Mikaela Foecke. Foecke's 10th kill.
Well, the crowd appreciates the effort on both sides of the net, but Nebraska, what a smart play by Foecke here to end the rally. A little tip over top of the block, and you can see Minnesota did a great job of digging those hard hits. They were playing perimeter down low and ready at the point of attack, but they could not read that tip by Foecke. Third time in 10 Big Ten matches that Foecke has reached double-digit kills, and Wilhite has become accustomed to that. Her 10th kill right there, and she has at least 10 kills in 17 of Minnesota's 19 matches. She's been dominant. Big block by the Gophers. Tap was there along with Lohman. And a block. Foecke had 7 kills, hit .467 on Friday against Wisconsin. Bettering those numbers already here this afternoon. Off the block, good up. Seliger-Swinson kept it alive. Rosado provides the free ball. Holman pounds through the block, off the side, and Holman with the kill. Well, there's just no answer for that. Listen to this crowd. They are loving it. In system, nice quick tempo. You're going to see that there is a gap between the blockers there. Tough to know what to do as a middle. You want to chase after that ball. The problem is the tempo is so quick. Even when you're chasing, you're going to be late. On the slide to Tap. Solo blocked there by Malloy. Other way, Wilhite. She's blocked and sent back. Wilhite will get another swing at it. Holman with the tip. And another kill. Back-to-back kills for Holman, who has 8. And Nebraska in this set hitting above 370. Off the block and out that time. Good swing by Molly Lohman. As we near the end of set number 2, Nebraska on top 24-18. Fans on their feet here in Lincoln for set point in set number 2. Rolfson got it. So here in the third, Kelly Hunter will start it off for Nebraska. Seliger pushes outside, the swing by Wilhite, and Wilhite terminates. Holman with the tip, and got it down. So Mikaela Foecke now will serve for Nebraska. Attacks Wilhite, but they'll go right back to her after the pass, and Wilhite with her second, nope, check that. Must have ripped the antenna just before the block. Point Nebraska. And you see it's a strategy a lot of teams use. You want to serve that left side attacker. She's back in left back, Sarah Wilhite on serve receive, so the ball will go to her, try to wear her down. Rosado forced to bump set. Now Seliger-Swinson will send it out to Wilhite with the roll. Free ball for the Gophers. They'll go quick here and terminate. Good kill by Lohman. How important when you're out of system and really scrambling to get back, is it important
to continue to do that, especially in these long rallies.
Well, yeah, you don't want to send free balls over the net, so if you can, you want to be smart. If you're going to send a free ball, put it in a place where it's going to be taxing to the defense. So oftentimes we'll see the free ball going to the setter if she's playing backcourt, or deep to the corners.
Another block here, solo block by Holman. That's 5 already in the match for Brianna Holman. Outside, the tip try, and Hart gets the kill. Hart with the tip again. Out of the back wheel, rolled over, and Wilhite with a nice touch kill. Off the block goes Malloy. Back row, Wilhite again. Bump set outside Andy Malloy. Get a hand on it there by Rolfson to keep that alive. And then luck of the tape, and Katie Rolfson gets a kill. Slide, and that's put down. Amber with another kill.
Now that's a beautiful play right there. Let's take a look at this pass, right on the money, quick behind. And if you are a blocker, you've got to be loaded with your knees, and you have to make the decision, am I going to commit on that attack and just be up waiting for it? Maybe you give up blocking to the left pin.
And joust at the net, won by Rolfson. And what a match Amber Rolfson is having. She has 9 kills on 13 swings, no errors, and that is her 10th kill.
Yeah, she's having a special kind of weekend,
Yeah.
and, you know, and she just keeps trucking along and playing hard and playing with a lot of passion, which is great to see.
Put together one of those Big Ten Player of the Week kind of
I think so.
Weekends. She has 10 kills in Nebraska out of system. That'll bring them to their feet here in Lincoln.
Well, you can appreciate just the hard work on Nebraska's side of the net. Take a look at this play here. Great defensive get. A couple from Justine. And it results in a point.
That was actually in system.
Yep.
From behind the 10-foot line into the net by Katie. Rosado with the good pancake. Off the top goes Foecke. Pushed outside. Wilhite off the top of the block, and Wilhite gets the kill. Oh, check that. No touch. Point Nebraska. Talk about tape, huh?
Yeah, you get lucky sometimes, too.
Tap got the tape and got the roll. All even at 8. Nice job to keep it alive. Wilhite with the tip. That's a big swing by Mikaela Foecke, who continues to have a nice match. 13 now for Foecke, and she's hitting above 450.
Well, nice feat by her because she was inside the court. See her approach there? It's in the middle of the court because she was trying to defend the tip there. She points to the defensive player that played that tip up. Great set. Well-placed shot by Foecke.
Joust at the net, kept alive. See what Nebraska does with the free ball. Long Arantes had to chase it down. They still run the quick. Brianna Holman with the kill. And Holman with the kill off the block of Lohman. Point for Nebraska. Will Height will take that one over. Sometimes when you're out of system, you just make the right shot and it works, and it did for Will Height. Into the net. And a kill for the Gophers. They run the quick middle. Big block in the middle by Lohman. And now the free ball for the Gophers. Outside. Good up by Wong-Orantes on the swing from Hart. Malloy tries to tip this time. Good coverage by Hart flying across the floor. Hart tried that left-handed tip. Pushed out, Malloy. Salinger Swinson. Good rally here. And one on the swing by Alexis Hart.
I love the control on both sides of the net to reset the point. Neither hitter was going to go for a kill unless that ball was set perfectly. So it's a good, smart tactic, resetting the point, and then it's all Minnesota's left side with a big kill on a better set.
It's really tough sometimes balancing the need to do that, but also wanting to be aggressive in all situations, even when out of system. Katie Rolfson will now serve for the Huskers. And serves long. Nebraska leads it here in the third, 15-13. We're all even at a set apiece between two of the top teams in the conference. This will have a long way to say who's, at the top. Tip by Hart. Wong-Orantes tried to find short zone 2 there, but sent it a bit wide. Will Height, no doubter there from the left side.
I love the bench for Minnesota.
Yeah.
They are into it, they are engaged, and that's exactly what you want.
Serve from Tap on the slide, Holman. Foecke kind of flipped it over. Will Height again. Will Height now with 15 kills, and her hitting percentage slowly beginning to ratchet up. She's around 225 now. And the block. Tap was there to put it away. Pushed outside. Foecke off the top of the block. Good set behind. Tap just kind of had to punch it over. She had one-on-one there. Holman tips it. Holman found that short zone and put it down. Season high 12th kill for Brianna Holman.
And a smart shot. You can see, look at the left side blocker for Minnesota. Way in the court, doing her job because you want to go 4 hands in front of Holman when she's swinging. But the lapse there was on the left back defensive player. You have to release up for that tip and expect the ball to go there.
Tipped right out Wong-Orantes. Rolfson is dug. Here's Will Height. Block back. A lot of hands on swings right now, keeping things alive, and that got an arm and a kill for Will Height. 16. She leads everyone with 16 kills. So John Cook challenging here.
That point goes to Coach Cook. Nice job, Coach Cook.
Still serving is Kelly Hunter. Nice roll there. On the slide, Tap. Right along the tape, and she got a benefit of the roll as well. Boy, great pancake there off the swing from Rolfson. Holman tried to punch it over, 1-2. And another free ball, tried to go deep corner. Albright was there, Rolfson again tries the tip. And Minnesota getting to everything right now until that. Holman with the kill. Good hustle by Foecke to keep it alive. Right back to her, why not? Little joust there, good up by Rosado. Well, both of these bros have been playing well. And finally, on the third try by Wilhite, she gets the kill. 16 for Wilhite. He's got the card in his hand, and he is going to challenge. South Point still Minnesota. Big solo block in the middle by Lohman. All even at 20. A block back again. Right back to Malloy, who doesn't terminate. Here's Tap. A good job and hustle to close by Holman. It looked like it was there. And right down the line goes Hart, and Alexis Hart with the kill. 10th kill for Hart, and the Gophers have the lead. The veteran Sarah Wilhite back at the line. Served by Wilhite. Not much Nebraska could do with that, and the block. All about the pass received there. Minnesota looking to come back in a set for the second time this afternoon. Holman. Off the block and out. Back to within one. Gophers have been solid in serve receive today. Get in system, feed the middle, and Lohman delivers. Rosado to serve. More touches, point Minnesota. Late in these two first sets, Minnesota has been the one stepping up. Gophers right now on a 6-1 run. They had a similar finish in set number one. That goes off the block, tipped over, Nebraska stays alive. Seliger Swinson outside, pounds away. Rosado was there. Hart again, just long on the swing from Hart. In front of 8,100 at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, 24-23, third set point for the Gophers. Outside, Hart tip. And Nebraska gets the block. All right, so we have a challenge by Hugh McCutcheon, who's saying that the ball did not touch the floor after the tip. So in other words, he thought the pancake was good, thought it should still be alive, and if it's upheld, we'll replay that point.
That's right.
Not a bad challenge for Hugh McCutcheon in that situation.
Yeah,
terrific challenge.
Yeah, why not?
And the ace! Rolfson comes up big. 4-0 Nebraska run. This is the first set point for Nebraska. The big block! And Nebraska gets the third. So 2-1, Nebraska on top as we begin the fourth. And the ace. Into the net, called on Nebraska, point for the Gophers, and they've opened up this fourth on a 3-0 run. There's a swing by Mikaela Foecke. Seliger Swinson behind her on the slide. Tap puts it down. Brianna Holman, Nebraska's middle, with her 14th kill. That's her season high. Wongerantes serves. Off the top of the block goes Andy Malloy. And Tap with another one. It's the 5th kill for Hannah Tap. She had a terrific match last year here in Lincoln. 17 kills against Nebraska, so there's likely been a bit of renewed focus on Hannah Tap for the Huskers. And there's a big block on that left side. Hart got a piece of it. In the 4th, it's 6-2. Gophers by 4. On the slide, off the block, Rolfson with the kill. Seliger Swinson pulled well off the net. And the block by Rolfson. Boy, nice pass by Maloney. Led to the kill by Malloy. Right on point there on the slide from Seliger Swinson. And Hart tried the line and got the hand. 11 kills for Hart on the afternoon in her first match as a collegian. She had 14 kills. She came out of the block not afraid to swing away, right? Just wide. Kill by Foecke.
Let's give some strokes to Annika Albright, another great defensive or back row player for Nebraska, and that time plays with a ton of confidence on serve receive, and that time delivering a critical pass up to her setter.
And the ace by Kelly Hunter. You see Foecke with a season high, 18 kills. She's hitting .361. Point for Minnesota. Holman called over the net. Hunter chases it down, leaves it for Foecke. Rosado was there. Tap has come alive here in set number 4. Seliger Swinson has really done a nice job from the service line, and another point for the Gophers with Seliger Swinson at the line. And again, it's Hannah Tap. Holman block back, Hunter outside, block slow getting there. And Katie Rolfson with the kill. Katie Rolfson struggling a bit. She's being held under 250, has only been held under 250 once this year, and she's in negative right now. Wilhite leading the way for the Gophers this afternoon with 16 kills. Andy Malloy on the left side. Terrific slide there by Tap, Hannah Tap. And the ace. Minnesota threatening to run away here in set number 4. Hart with another kill. Up by 7, largest lead of the match for Minnesota. And there again is Alexis Hart, and this is all Minnesota here in the 4th.
Yeah, Minnesota, you've got to be pleased if you're a Minnesota fan. Their backcourt defense is keeping the ball alive and then taking aggressive swings on that transition attack. are looking great. Rosado in the backcourt, just being a stable force for the Gophers right now.
Minnesota hitting almost 600 here in this fourth set. Entering the game for Nebraska, those were not boos. They were cheering for Boonder, Olivia Boonder, who just came into the match, and that is the kill from Liv Boonder, the native of Waverly, Nebraska, in her sophomore year. Wilhite's blocked. 3 straight for Nebraska. 18-13. Good up by Maloney. Deep corner. Just long. Shot to serve. Good up. Hart off the top of the block. Boonder has a chance, and she's blocked. Slide and the kill by Rolfson. Good coverage by Wong Orantes. The same by Rosado. Hard off the top of the block and the kill. Sydney Townsend now will serve with Nebraska down by 6 here in the fourth. Seliger Swinson outside. Oh, nice up by Townsend on the wide open swing from Wilhite. Good job defensively, did not get down. Bump set. And again, the swing from Wilhite done. Holman with the tip. Great rally. And tap goes around the block. And Foecke got a load of that. Line, no touch, point Nebraska. Well, the Gophers would love nothing more than just a side out here to the victory. Run the slide and the block by the Huskers. Outside, another dig from Wong Orantes. The tip try, good cover. And the kill by Wilhite. That's a big swing out of the timeout. Gets him to within 2 for Wilhite. Great up there by Rosado. And then again, Holman puts it down. Tough serve. 3 ball for Nebraska. Wong Orantes comes up. They go to Holman. Pushed over. Block. That was Albright getting a hand on it. There's Wilhite, why not? Puts it right down the line, and a huge point there for Wilhite. 18th kill of the night for Wilhite. Nearly got down. Outside, Albright fires away. They called the touch. Set point number 2 for the Gophers.
Yep.
One-on-one. Wong just got a hand on it. Tough shot by Albright. Swing, wide, long. Check that, long and no touch. Wong Orantes with the serves. Seliger Swinson. They run the quick. Lohman didn't get it down. Outside. Albright with the tip try. Good coverage by Hart. Behind the tap. Tap got the touch and the kill. And the Gophers have evened this at 2. So here we go with the 5th. As Audrey said, a race to 15, they'll switch sides at 8. Nebraska with the first opportunity there in the first, and the miscommunication leads to the kill. Holman off the block, and she got the kill. Nebraska up 2-zip early. Foecke's serve. Good pass. Seliger Swinson behind her. Andy Malloy is there for the solo block. In system, push down the line. One-on-one, Rolfson delivers one-on-one, and Nebraska with the 4-zip lead. And a 4-zip lead sometimes can seem insurmountable in these races to 15.
That's right, Wong Arantes taking control of that tip, putting it into the hands of Kelly Hunter. And then where do you go? If you need a point, you go to your All-American on the right pin, Rolfson.
The good news, it's a 4-zip lead early, not a 4-point lead late. As Wong Arantes is there, they'll go to Rolfson again. Good up there by Gaynor. Doesn't clear the net. Net violation called in Nebraska, and Holman knew it. She went up for the block, shook her head, knew she had drugged the net. And the ace by Wilhite. Blocked by Holman, 15 blocks in the match for Nebraska. Off the top, pushed outside, into the net called on Nebraska. Tough ball for Hunter to handle, as that pass was very tight to the net. Boy, tough serve there. Tip, good coverage by Wilhite. And the block. Nebraska's block has come alive. Back row attack by Wilhite. Off the block, was it out? No, touched the line, blocked right on the line. Big point for the Gophers. On the slide. They are living with the Rolfsons right now. Well, there's one of them that certainly wants it. She's just a freshman, Alexis Hart. Foecke tried deep corner. Rosado was there. Hart goes line and got the kill. Big kill for the Gophers. 5 up with 5 to go would be big. On the slide, tap. Just touched it. One-on-one. Nebraska got a hand on it. Hunter. Into the net, called on Minnesota. Big error on the Gophers. Tough serve. Back row swing by Albright. Boy, she is not afraid to attack in big moments. Beyond the 10-foot line, Albright delivers. And the block. Oh, great tip. Nice touch by the veteran there, Sarah Wilhite. On the slide, wide by Holman. Kelly Hunter on the second touch. Good defense by Nebraska to keep it alive. Wilhite with the swing off the top. Wong Arantes keeps it up. Tip, not there. Wilhite blocked and down. That is 10 blocks in the match for Holman. She's got a double-double. 17 kills, 10 blocks.
Yeah, she's a stud. She is fantastic. Easy play to read, out of system. You know where the ball's going. Takes an athletic kid to reach up and over big point for Nebraska.
Match point for the Huskers. Wilhite, not yet. Foecke, good. Up by Minnesota. Wilhite rolls it over. Coleman tried the block. Goes right back to Wilhite again. One-on-one. Off the block and out, and Nebraska survives. What a battle here in Lincoln this afternoon. The number 3 ranked Golden Gophers and the top-ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers, and Nebraska wins it in the 5th, 15-8.